Hey everyone, welcome back to another Kevin's Kreations here on Geektopia Island. I'm Kevin.
I'm Cardinal.
And we are back finally with the new deck tech with Isis. We're back to the old Divinity Rulers. We're going to let go of the Strangers for a little bit. But we're going to revamp an old archetype that we've done. We covered once, but there's a whole bunch of new cards that come out and we're going to make it better. Before we get into it, guys, we just remind you that we do have a Patreon. The link will be down below. Go check it out. See what you like, see what you don't like. Let us know. But without that, we're going to get into Isis and the Eternal Flames.
Yes.
So, Isis is our ruler, and she's Divinity 10, Judgment 2 red and 2, and Energizes red. Doesn't have in front ability, but that's alright.
Yep.
Judgment is, she turns into a 14-8 with Divinity 10 and First Strike. You pay a red, this card deals 200 damage to target J Resonator. Pay a red, this card gains Precision. Or you pay 2 red, this card gains Barrier until the end of turn. So, sweet. I mean, if you Judgment with her, then you would have to.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what this deck is supposed to kill you early, so you don't need to. We'll see. But her rune deck is a full 10 Divinity. So for those that don't know Divinity, it is you have 5 cards separate from your Divinity deck. If you have a Divinity Ruler, you cannot run Strangers. So you have to choose one or the other.
Yep.
And this one is just Divinity, so we have the full 10. First up is Sandstorm. It is 1 red for Divinity 1 Chant Rune. You pay 1 red to play this from a rune area, and this card deals 200 damage to each Resonator your opponent controls.
Mm-hmm.
So it can kill little dudes, and it just helps you with other cards in the deck, and you'll see that.
Yeah.
Next up is Explosion. 1 red quickcast. Divinity 2. This card deals 700 damage to target attacking or blocking Resonator. So 1 mana kill a dude.
That's really good.
Yeah. Next up is Poison Stinger. 1 red quickcast. Divinity 2. This card deals 200 damage to target Resonator. If that Resonator will be dealt damage this turn, it's dealt double that much instead. So this just combos with other cards in the deck that help you deal extra damage, so you can just kill something bigger if you need to.
Yep.
Next up is Concealed Khopesh, which doesn't really see play ever, but in this kind of deck I wanted it because it's what it does. And it's 2 red and 1, Divinity 3. This card deals 800 damage to target player. So if you haven't figured it out, we're burning you.
Yep, just to the face. Thank you.
Next up is Whirlwind Conflagration. 2 red and 3 for Divinity 2 Master Rune. And you play this only as long as it's Isis. And then you target up to 6 players and or J Resonators. This card goes 200 to the first, 400 to the second, 6 to the third, 8 to the fourth, 10 to the fifth, and 12 to the sixth. So you're killing the board with this card for 5 mana.
Yeah.
And if something was hit with Poison Stinger that same turn, then it really dies.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you're already dealing a lot, so don't be afraid to ping yourself for 2, your dude for 4, that dude for 6, and just keep going
so on and so on, yeah. As long as you can get to the 12 to their face.
Yeah, you really want the 12, like the 10 or the 12 to their face.
Yeah.
It's pretty much what you want. That is it for the rune deck, and it is pretty good.
Yeah. So we'll get to the Resonators, of course. The first one is Shadow of Chaos. It's a 1 red, 3/3. This card gains +3/+3 in swiftness as long as you control 4 or more Firestones.
And with dual stones back, you get Firestones always.
Yay! Next one, of course, is Gareth the Dauntless Knight. 2 red and 1 8/8. Precision. If this card would be dealt 700 or less, prevent it. So no like super chump blocking or no lot of mini creatures swinging into it. You just keep on going.
Yeah, he gets to go over big dudes because he doesn't, or little dudes because he doesn't care.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the final Resonator of the deck is the Darkest Fire Dragon. He is a red, black, and 1 for an 8/8 flyer. This card gains swiftness as long as you control Volga. That doesn't matter.
Yep.
Enter, tap, or enter, destroy target damaged Resonator. If you do, put 2/1 counters on this card. So essentially, he's 3 mana for a 10/10 in this deck is what he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
A 10/10 flyer.
And don't be afraid to do Sandstorm and hit all their dudes, but the biggest dude, you just play this guy and then kill that dude, and then he's big.
Yeah, that is one of the big plays with Sandstorm, like you were saying, because you're just like, hey, cool, kill your board.
Yeah. All right, next one is Sanguine Arena. It's 1 red. It's an addition. Tap this card, deals 200 damage to each Resonator. Play this ability only if you control a Resonator. So this also helps with the dragon.
And Gareth.
Gareth
doesn't take that damage, and you always have a Resonator for this to be like tap, deal 200 to the board.
Yep.
Sweet. Next up is Runes Beneath the Sand. It is 2 red edition. At the end of your turn, this card deals 200 damage to target opponent or Resonator. if there are 4 more runes revealed in your rune area, it deals 400 damage instead. So you can easily get 4 runes showing in this deck. You're always going to deal 2 damage at some point.
And then to be able to just like, I don't know, have those as many as possible. You want multiples of those for sure.
Yeah.
The next one is Certo, the Blazing Volcano. Red and 1 edition. Players cannot gain life, so that is definitely needed. Whenever Resonator is put into the graveyard from the field, this card deals 100 damage to each player. Even yourself, but you're going to make sure they never gain life, so that's good.
Yeah. So what if you take some damage from their creature dying? You're going to win that race because you have burn to their face.
Exactly. And speaking of burn, Demonflame, back. Or I do believe it's back.
Yeah, it's back.
1 red, instacast, quick cast. Choose 1. This card deals 500 damage to target Resonator, or destroy target Resonator with the dealt. That was dealt damage this turn.
So again, Sandstorm and Demonflame is your friend.
And of course, Thunder. It's 1 red and quick cast. This card deals 500 damage to target player or J Resonator.
1 mana, deal 5. I'll take it.
Yep.
Next up is Spiral of Chaos. It is Isis's other chant/master rune, and it is 2 red and 3 for Divinity 2, but it's in the deck, so it's a chant.
Yep.
And you pay 3 less to play this as long as your ruler is Isis, so 2 mana. So 2 red. This card deals 1,000 damage to target Resonator. If this card would deal more damage to that Resonator than its defense, this card deals the rest to its owner's controller.
Yep. And with the combo with Poison Stinger, correct?
Yeah. So you shoot for 20.
For 20, and then if you're killing something that's at 8, that's at least 12 damage to the player's face. So really good.
Yeah.
The next one is Scalding Breath. It's red and 1. It's also a chant rune. This card deals 700 damage to target player or J Resin. Because you're going to the face. That's all it takes.
Yeah. Mainly you're just going to shoot for the face if you can.
Yep.
Mainly because the other cards like Burn to Cinders we have next is 2 red quick cast. This card deals 700 damage to target J Resonator. If it's a J ruler, it loses imperishable. If it's a Resonator, we put into a graveyard from the field this turn, remove it from the game instead.
Yep.
So you're pretty much just going to clear the board always as best you can with all your spells that deal damage, and then you kill them off and you shoot them in the face.
Yep. And if you're playing against a perfect Loki with Loki itself, then it removes that imperishable, and then they can't.
Yeah.
Can never do that again.
And you can stack it up there. So like if you burn to Cinders, that's 7 damage on it, and it has that if it loses imperishable phrase, and then you're just like, cool, burn it again with another spell.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have enough to kill it, it loses imperishable. The stones are really simple. We're just using fire magic stones, and then the magic stone of the Scorched Bales, which is the black-red dual stone. But it still counts as a fire magic stone, so your little 1-drop dude gets to be a 6/6. Pretty much always on turn 4. But that is it as far as the deck goes. The deck list will be down below, guys. Check it out. It's got a lot of crazy stuff. We're pretty much just going to burn your face and see what happens. Hope to God we win.
Just get there.
Yeah,
that's all we want to do.
Red deck, get there. This is really what we're doing. But thank you guys, and we'll see y'all again next time. Goodbye. Also, guys, I just remind y'all to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and if you want to keep up to date on all our future content, make sure you click that bell. It'll give you all the notifications you need.
With that, we'd like to go ahead and give a big thank you to all our fans that support us through the year, and especially our Patreon support people. We do like to give a shout out to our Mythic and Above supporters, and that would be Dwayne Higgs. Thank you very much. We love you.